Do me a favor. Take out your phone, open your brokerage app. Look at your portfolio. Maybe you see Apple, Tesla, or that ETF you've been buying for 10 years. You see your name at the top, you see the dollar amount, and you think, this is mine. I work for this. I own this. I have bad news for you. You don't own it. You don't own the stocks. You don't own the bonds. You don't even own the money in your bank account. In the eyes of the law, you are not an owner. You are an unsecured creditor. Don't believe me? Let's go back to Cyprus, 2013. One Saturday morning, people woke up and their accounts were frozen. The banks didn't fail. The government didn't fail. They simply decided to execute a bail-in. If you had more than 100,000 euros, poof, 47% of your money was confiscated instantly to save the bank. Not stolen, legally confiscated. You think that can't happen in the U.S.? You think the FDIC will save you? In 2026, the laws have changed. The trap is set. And today, I am going to show you the document that proves the great taking has already begun. Let's look at the fine print that Wall Street hides from you. When you buy a stock today, you don't get a paper certificate anymore. You get a digital entry in a database. But who holds the real certificate? Meet Cede Co. This private partnership, sitting at 55 Water Street in New York, technically owns almost all the publicly traded stock in America. Trillions of dollars. So, what are you? Legally, you are a, quote, beneficial owner. That sounds nice, right? Beneficial. But in legal terms, it means you have a claim to the benefits of the stock, like dividends, but you do not hold the property title. Here is the smoking gun. It's called UCC Article 8. This law was changed quietly years ago. It redefined your assets from property rights to security entitlements. Why does this matter? Because a property right means it's yours. No one can touch it. A security entitlement means you have a contractual claim against your broker. Imagine you park your car in a garage. If the garage owner goes bankrupt, the bank comes and takes the garage, but they can't take your car. Your car is your property. But in the stock market, under Article 8, you don't own the car. You own a ticket that says the garage owes you a car. And if the garage goes bust and they owe money to a bigger bank, guess what happens to your car? It becomes their collateral. This is not a theory. This is history. In 1933, President Roosevelt signed Executive Order 6102. He didn't ask nicely. He ordered every American to turn in their gold. The penalty, $10,000 fine, or 10 years in prison. They seized the wealth to save the system. Fast forward to the banking collapse of 2008. They realized they couldn't bail out the banks with taxpayer money forever. People were too angry. So they passed new laws, Dodd-Frank in the US and BRRD in Europe. These laws explicitly forbid taxpayer bailouts. Instead, they must use the funds of unsecured creditors to recapitalize the bank. And remember, you are the unsecured creditor. It is called a bail-in. They don't need to steal your money, they just convert your deposits into worthless stock of the failing bank. On a Friday night, you have money. On Monday morning, you have bank equity in a bank that is worth zero. Now, look at the calendar. It is January 30th, 2026. The system is shaking again. Silver has just smashed past $115. Inflation is eating the dollar alive. The banks know they are insolvent. When the next Lehman Brothers collapses, and it will happen any day now, they won't print money to save it immediately. They will lock the doors. They will freeze the accounts. It's called Ice-9, a complete freeze of the financial system. You will see your money on the screen, but you won't be able to move it. It will be rehypothecated to pay off the derivatives bubble. While you are clicking withdraw and getting an error message, the secured creditors, the mega banks, are sweeping the assets clean. So, Mr. Market, you scared us. Now, how do we survive? There are only 3 ways to hold assets where you are the legal owner. No counterparty risk, no Cede Co. Step 1, the Direct Registration System, or DRS. If you own shares of big companies, call your broker and tell them, "I want to directly register my shares." They will hate it. They will try to talk you out of it. Why? Because when you DRS, you remove the shares from Cede Co. They become yours. Your name goes on the company's ledger. If the broker fails, your shares are safe because the broker doesn't hold them anymore. Step 2, physical reality. Paper silver is trading at $115, but try to buy a real coin for that price. Good luck. If you can't hold it, you don't own it. Get your wealth out of the digital casino. Buy gold, buy silver, buy land, things that don't need electricity to have value. Step 3, self-custody. If you hold crypto on an exchange, you are making the same mistake. Not your keys, not your coins. Move it to cold storage. Be your own bank. The Great Taking is not a conspiracy theory. It is a legal framework, signed, sealed, and ready to execute. They have built the trap, but they haven't sprung it completely yet. You still have a small window of time. You can stay in the system, hoping that insurance will save you, while inflation destroys what's left. Or you can take ownership. The year is 2026. The illusion is breaking. Look at your phone one last time. Make sure that next time you look, those assets are actually yours. Hit subscribe if you want to survive the collapse. I'm Mr. Market, and I'll see you on the other side.